Hi everyone, Greeno here, and as you can see, I am stood outside a branch of Sainsbury's, which is a supermarket chain in the UK. Now, why am I here? Good question. A while back, I did a video where I went to a Tesco cafe and had a breakfast. It was pretty substandard, to be honest with you. I also went to a Morrisons supermarket, had a breakfast in their cafe. That was much better. But in the comments section on both of those videos, I had recommendations to come to Sainsbury's because it's better than both of them. Well, today we are going to test whether those comments were right or not. We're going to get inside, get ourselves a breakfast in the cafe. Come on. Right guys, so I found my way into the Sainsbury's cafe. Pretty busy, to be honest. We're here on a midweek, just before sort of lunchtime, kind of brunchish sort of time. Breakfast here is served until 11:30 a.m, by which time they'll then switch over to the lunch menu. Decent range of breakfast options here. There's a full English breakfast and various things around that, breakfast baps and all that sort of thing. Plus a couple of sweet options, one of which I've decided to order to go along with my breakfast, and a good range of teas and coffees and all that kind of caper. So what I've ordered is an all-day breakfast, and that's only £5.50, and that comes with toast. So I think that's pretty decent value. I've also ordered some pancakes with lemon and sugar. I'm expecting that to be more of a crepe than an American-style pancake, to be honest with you. And a nice cup of tea as well. So the breakfast, like I say, was £5.50, which is pretty reasonable. The pancakes £2.75, and the tea £1.85. I think that's pretty reasonable overall. £10.10 spent. Let's hope it's decent. Well, this is pretty good. I ordered this at 10:54 a.m. It's now 10:59, and my breakfast has arrived. Only 5 minutes to wait. I think that's pretty impressive. Why don't you take a look at what I've got here? Okay guys, I'm going to do this the wrong way round in this review. We're going to start with the pancakes, because I think they're the thing that's going to go cold fastest. So we've got two pancakes here, as you can see, kind of just like crepe thickness. These are clearly pre-made ones though, not been made on site, they've just been reheated. So we're going to put a little bit of sugar on these. This is a traditional British kind of way of doing things, sugar and lemon. None of this fancy Nutella or berries and whipped cream and all that sort of caper. We are just going to have simple lemon and sugar. Oh, try not to get too many pips on the plate. We don't want to be eating pips, do we? So, good squeeze of lemon over the top of that sugar, and we'll give this a try. You can tell these are pre-made ones because they're perfectly circular, very uniform. A little bit stodgy, if I'm honest. They're thicker than I would make a crepe at home. Not much thicker, but thicker nonetheless. However, what I will say, that classic lemon and sugar combination is really rather nice. Now, like I say, I've paid, what, £2.75 for two pancakes. Now, if you were to go to any kind of food festival around the country, as we often do, you'll know a simple crepe will set you back 5, 6, 7 quid. So from that perspective, I guess this is pretty good value. Although, as I say, they are just pre-made ones. I guess you can buy them on the shelf in the bakery section here, can't you? Not expensively. Probably get a packet of 6 of them for a couple of quid. But overall, it's okay. Like I say, nice fresh wedge of lemon, little sachets of sugar to put on top. And it can't be that bad, because I've eaten the whole one and about half of this one already, so what I might do is just save that bit, so I've got a little bit of sweetness after the savoury bit of my cooked breakfast, which we'll move on to now. It is a bit of an odd way of going about things, having the sweet bit first, then moving on to savoury. John Shuttleworth would not approve, but I'm going to cleanse the palate with a little bit of tea. This tea, $1.85, you just get a big mug of it rather than a pot of tea. But it's tasty enough, that's for sure. Freshly made when I went to the till to pay, so it's been 5, 6, 7 minutes or whatever, just sat there, getting to the right temperature. Okay, this breakfast, we've got beans, hash brown, we all know my views on hash browns, 2 bacon, 2 sausages, an egg, tomato, the dreaded mushroom, and a piece of toast. Now, all of that for £5.50. I think that is pretty good value. Let's try this bacon first of all. Nice back bacon, unsmoked. It's been grilled rather than fried, but I don't mind that because that helps you get some of the sort of crispy little caramelised edges on the fat and that sort of thing. Do you know what? I think that's good bacon. It's probably not the highest quality bacon that Sainsbury's will sell, but it's definitely better than the stuff I got in Tesco's before. That is really tasty. We'll move on to these sausages. So, I'll bring this in a little bit closer for you. You can see that. Nice cook on the sausage. It looks like it's been cooked in the oven rather than fried or grilled, to be honest with you. Let's take a look inside. It looks just like a normal kind of pork breakfast sausage there. And that's what it is. It's got a good meaty texture. Again, not a butcher's sausage, but we're in a supermarket, aren't we? But the flavour of it is pretty good. I'm impressed with that. Now, hash brown. Now, what I will say about this hash brown, it does have a nice colour to it, a nice cook, but it does look a little dry. Very crispy on the outside. Still with a bit of texture inside, which is quite nice. So you can kind of feel the individual bits of potato in there. Do you know what? As hash browns go, that's pretty good. Still not sure it should be on an English breakfast, but it's okay. Onto the beans now. Now, we all know beans are beans to a certain extent, as long as they're not value ones. And these are decent. Nice sweetness to the sauce. The beans themselves are nice and soft, not hard like bullets like some can be. But they obviously haven't been sat around getting heated up because they turn a bit mushy then, don't they? These have got their sort of own individual structural integrity to them still. You know what? Those are decent beans too. Now, mushroom. You know, we're not going to be eating this. But take a look at it. It's a nice big one. I just don't like them, so I'm not going to eat them. Simple as that. Now, what have we got left here to try? We've got some toast here. And we've got an egg. So I think we'll pop that on top of the toast. The toast is unbuttered, and they haven't brought me out any butter to go with it. I guess probably over with the sauces and whatever, there are butter sachets, but I just didn't pick any up, but that's okay. The egg will suffice without butter on there. We do have some runny yolk. That's quite nice. That is not always the case when you get a breakfast in this kind of establishment. Let's try how the egg tastes with this toast. I got a choice of white or seeded toast. I went with seeded. That's very nice actually. That toast is really tasty. So obviously a wholemeal loaf with seeds on the top. The egg is nicely cooked. I'm impressed with that. Now, aside from the mushroom, the one thing we haven't tried yet is the tomato. Now, tomato is always a bit of a bugbear for me when you come to anywhere. If it's a fresh tomato, as this is, a lot of them just barely warm them. But this does feel like it has been quite nicely cooked. Again, I would guess in an oven, probably on quite a low temperature as well, because there's no charring or anything to the skin. So let's give it a try. Yeah, that is exactly how I like a tomato to be cooked. It's properly cooked through. The kind of middle bit of the tomato, it's not still crisp or crunchy or anything. Nice and soft, very, very juicy. That, do you know what, that's actually one of the better things on the breakfast. I know it's only a piece of tomato, but that has got a lot of flavour. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit more salt on here, get some brown sauce on there, finish it all off, finish my tea, and we'll come back and give it a little score even maybe, who knows. We'll rate it one way or another anyway. We'll see you in a minute. So what do you guys think of that breakfast then? Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are before I give you my final summation. Do you think it was good value? Do you think it looked decent? Is there a supermarket you'd recommend ahead of this? Let me know. Right, so I finished my breakfast now and come outside and the sun has come out. You know what they say, the sun always shines on the righteous. And me, apparently. So, what did I make of that breakfast overall? I have to say, if you compare that to the Tesco and the Morrisons breakfast I had, well, compared to the Tesco, there is no comparison. It beats that hands down. The Morrisons one I really enjoyed. Sainsbury's, it's better, undoubtedly. Everything on the plate was cooked well. Nothing burnt, nothing underdone. Everything was really tasty. Perhaps not the most premium ingredients that you'll be able to buy inside the Sainsbury's store, but good enough quality. The bacon was nice. Back bacon, unsmoked, grilled nicely, crispy little edges to it, really tasty. Similar for the sausages, cooked in the oven, but nice. Even the hash brown was good, and I ate the whole thing. And I don't often do that on a breakfast, if I'm honest. I think it's a mental thing as much as anything. Just don't think it belongs there, but this was tasty. The egg had a little bit of runny yolk to it. The toast was tasty, even though it didn't have any butter. Put the egg on one bit, put some beans on the other. Really good. £5.50 as well for that breakfast. £5.50. That is incredible value. If you've got a Sainsbury's cafe near you, I recommend coming and trying a breakfast here. If that was in a cafe and I was charged £8, £9, £10 for it, I wouldn't be complaining. It's good. The pancake, on the other hand, not quite so good. Like I said, it was a shop bought in one, just out of a packet. I guess they sort of get them in packets of 100 or whatever. Just warmed up and a little bit of lemon put on the side. Packet of sugar for me to put on like you'd get from for your tea, that sort of thing. That was £2.75. Yeah, that's half the price of the breakfast I had. It's not on the same level value-wise, not on the same level quality-wise. But it was okay, you know. It's the sort of thing your kids might like if they don't want to come in and have a breakfast. It's not too unhealthy, just a little sweet thing. Yeah, it's okay. The tea, £1.85 for a very big mug of it. Again, no problem with that at all. So overall, £10.10. Pretty well spent, I reckon. Well then folks, so that's going to be it from me for today outside this Sainsbury's. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me. It does help with the channel. And if you're new around here and you like what you've seen, why not consider clicking the subscribe button, ding your little bell for notifications, and that way you won't miss anything that comes up on the channel. Okay, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.